Good morning, Jayshree. It's a pleasure to have you on this podcast. I know you're coming from the banking industry, and our research in Frost & Sullivan has indicated that the IT spending in banking sector has increased over the last few years. In fact, in one of our research, we found that major banking companies are the ones who are the largest investors in the IT infrastructure. Given the challenges that the banking industry is facing, I'd like to hear your views and opinions about how technology is enabling face all of these challenges. As an expert working with Standard Chartered Bank for so many years and leading the IT sector, can you throw some insight on what is it that the banking industry is facing today?
So firstly, thank you for having me. So yes, I've been with Standard Chartered for a long time, and Standard Chartered is leading, a lot of transformations, not just in the IT sector, but in the banking sector as such. So I think if you look at the banking and financial services industry, we are at the helm of transformations. So we've got to change. There's things like a response to customer needs, like that the customer has changed. He wants everything digital. Then there's something around cost, optimization of cost. So, and look at the kind of attacks from fintechs, etc., who do things at pittance, nothing. Then there is this thing around new revenue streams. So we've got to keep reinventing, innovating new revenue streams. And then finally, this whole challenge of cyber and data privacy, etc. So given all of these, we are transforming, and Standard Chartered as well. And so if you got to get out of legacy and got to do more, like you said, obviously all the investments will come from us. I mean, in terms of banking and financials. There are all other industries that we had a chat about, industries spending. Who gives them the money? We are the bank. So we've got to change ourselves to keep up with all the other industries that are, running because of us.
Very good, very good, very nice. Thanks. See, one of the concepts that's quite prevalent now, and it's becoming a common theme of topic, is related to artificial intelligence and blockchain. What is your view on those?
Blockchain is here to stay. Cryptocurrencies, blockchain are not going away. So, and it's so secure that all our, at least we as a bank, we've been thinking about how to use blockchain for payments, cross-border trades. We use it for smart contracts, not just Standard Chartered. I think I'm talking about banking industry in general. So all these are all blockchain enabled. So which was not there before. So this kind of distributed ledger driven by blockchain is the way to go, and that's what will happen in the future. Of course, it's open to regulations. So a lot of countries and regulators are against it at this point, but I do believe that in time it is here to stay.
Very good. So everyone's going to accept blockchain.
Hopefully. Because it is safe, it's secure, it's fast, it's, everything is nice about it, so why wouldn't?
Absolutely.
I don't think
Correct.
to go.
Correct. So, in terms, you mentioned earlier about being very customer-centric. What are some of the initiatives that you think is driving transformational change for banks being customer-centric?
Right, so I'll start with just what we do in Standard Chartered, when we've just done. So we've embraced open banking fully, which is about open APIs. So we as a bank have now put up our, even opened our source code for certain, applications.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, and made it open on a platform called Access. So we've got Access where outside developers, external developers, customers, firms, fintechs, they can come on it and they can use our APIs and use it for furthering our business and theirs in the process, as well as co-creating products and co-creating new channels for business. So I think, but this is, even customers can do it. So it's very, very customer centric.
Very nice, very nice. So you are not only nurturing your in-house development, but you're also giving access to your customers to come out with solutions that you think will be applied in the banking sector. That's very, very, very interesting that we see. And in our research also we find the trend going towards open source codes. Basically, they are giving it to all the developers to come and create a program. So one of the biggest challenges that we see related to this is on security. How are you addressing it?
Well, in our bank, of course, we starting from skill, enhancements to awareness to everything that the cyber world can think of, from pen tests to mobile security, to every channel being completely locked down, and data being handled through encryption of a very high degree. All that is, it's key, and we are so regulated, Anand, that there is no choice but to be that safe. So, and there are auditors and regulators all the time picking on your data. So there's no choice but to be secure. And not just data at rest, data at motion, data storage, everything is under locked down condition. So there's no choice.
So the investors or depositors or people who are transacting with your bank can feel secure.
Absolutely.
And their data is completely kind of foolproof.
Absolutely.
From any attacks.
Absolutely.
Very nice, very nice. That said, what is the key learning that all of us will have to take in the digital space that all of you are investing in?
Well, I think the banking will become a lot more personal. Banking is coming back to being human. So we are going to be like a digital banking industry with a very, very human touch. So things like AI, NLP, all that will come in. But we'll go back to being human. We'll go back to being, quick service banking, because we had lost all that in between. We had made it too complicated. But I think with the use of technologies, etc., we will be the banks which will be probably no humans, but still with a human touch.
Absolutely.
So,
very nice. Very nice. So if I can summarize, obviously banks are getting more human in nature, and the adoption of technologies that we see related to this particular progress is actually enabling it. And it's a pleasure to have you here today in our podcast series, Jayashree. Really appreciate it, and thanks a lot
for
being part of it.
Bye-bye.